Here are 5 freaking awesome things to do in the month of July. The Boston Pops 4th of July fireworks on the Esplanade is always a highlight of the summer. The Pops throws one of the country's largest 4th of July parties, and it's attended by thousands upon thousands of people, many of whom arrive at dawn's early light to stake out their spot for the show that's later at sunset. There are bands and fireworks, cannons, celebrities, and even more, and being part of it is almost always free. Join a guided walk from Revere Beach to Carpe Square on July 27. This 12-mile walk has it all. There's ocean, there's marsh, there's beach and harbor and river and downtown neighborhoods, starting at the annual sand sculpting contest in Revere, passing through East Boston for a lunch stop, and then through the Boston waterfront and the edges of Charlestown and Cambridge, ending finally at Boston Marathon finish line. Look it up at amcboston.org. It's a blast. Neponset Riverfest is a free, family-friendly event that celebrates, naturally, the Neponset River. Enjoy free boating, music, food, crafts, and kids' activities all on July 20th at 10 o'clock in the morning. You should make sure to check the weather because the river is rain or shine. Experience the Boston French Connection walking tour as it reveals many details of French involvement in our city's history. Start at the Lafayette plaque, visit grave sites at the Granary Burial Ground, and discuss Acadian and Huguenot political and commercial influence all over the city. Learn about the incident that led to the construction of the obelisk at King's Chapel and, not least, envision King Louis Philippe's visit to Boston. There's also some talk of French food for lunch, so there's that too. Look them up at bostonbyfoot.org. Join the Jamaica Plain Historical Society to learn about 1840s Hyde Square when German and Irish immigrants transformed the neighborhood with businesses and schools and institutions. And then see how Hyde Square became the first predominantly Hispanic neighborhood in the 1960s. Visit the sites of Maud Cuny Hare, the MSPCA's Angel Animal Medical Center, and the Sunnyside Workers Utopian neighborhood built by philanthropist Robert Treat Payne back in the 1890s. That all goes down on July 20th in JP.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Oh, hey, Pete. The 4th of July is coming soon. I've always wanted to go to this thing downtown.
What?
Independence Day. Boston makes a big deal out of it. The mayor gives a speech, and then there's a parade to Old City Hall where the captain of the Ancient and Honorary Artillery Society of Massachusetts reads the Declaration of Independence.
Why do they do a fool thing like that? Traffic will be a bloody nightmare.
It's a Boston tradition. It dates back to 1776 when a colonel from the company read the Declaration for the very first time in the exact same spot.
Well, I must say I found it insulting. I'll be sure to stay far away from that nonsense.
Why?
Because I'm British. The rabble would probably call me lobsterback and threatening to tar and feather me. No, thank you.
Well, it all worked out in the end. The revolution was worth it.
I'd hardly call it a revolution, Avery. There's a bunch of wealthy mercantilists and slave owners got pissy about paying a few taxes on their stamps to help pay for a war that saved their behinds in the first place. Yankee Doodle dandy indeed.
What about no taxation without representation? What about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? What about World Wars I and II when we came back and saved your butts? You'd be speaking German if it weren't for us.
Pish posh. If you were still part of the Commonwealth, you would have outlawed slavery in 1834, and so you wouldn't have had any of that stupid Civil War nonsense. You'd have free healthcare today as part of the NHS. Plus, your accent wouldn't be half subjectionable. Well, now, I want to go bankrupt paying my healthcare because I'm not a communist. America, yeah.
Lobsterback.
Indeed.
Oh, say, can you see?
I'm not listening. I'm not listening. That's an old British drinking song anyway.
So
Peasants.
See me next week for 5 more freaking amazing things.